So I believe the problem with that is I can't throw this into the chat. Hi, if anyone's watching. No one's watching yet.
No one has it.
They should have the link. So that's just our commercial. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so copy this. And you sent that through SIS, right?
Okay.
Try to send an email out. We have 2 people. Could one of you 2 people, if you could? We had trouble with the other link, so we were hoping that this one works. Clearly, it says there's 2 folks here. If you wouldn't mind typing something into the comments so we can see that you are here. We also, I did because I'm the one who is not getting this technology working right. So I went ahead and just emailed out this new link. So if some of you all are messaging each other to try to figure out how to get on here, then that would be helpful. If you point them toward the email I just sent out, which should arrive to you shortly. "26 waiting." So keep holding tight. Oh, hi, Norma. I saw you got my email about the scheduling. Keep holding tight. Who else is out there joining us? Who's the second person? Maybe it's me logged in. It could be. Maybe. A few people are starting to migrate over. Boy, I wish it would just link in, but oh well, we will just kind of sit and wait. There's some folks waiting. Hi, Abby and her dad. It's Mike. It says it here on the chat. I hope you all are doing well. We'll start officially. Oh, good. We have 9 viewers. So 11. Okay.
Thank you so much for following multiple links, guys.
You know, was it Murphy's Law? Like, whatever. Leak-proof seals will. What else? Oh, maybe the Big 11. Go ahead and if you're joining us. Oh, yeah, Woodward and Pauline. Uh-oh. What are you all up to? Hey, if you all wouldn't mind helping to spread the word, if you have other folks that we're planning on joining that you're connected to, please let them know there's a new link posted through SIS as of just a few minutes ago. The original live link that we came up with did not work for us. So anyway, I guess we can sort of get rolling here. But anyway, while we're going, if you say hi in the comments, and if you have any questions that we may not get to, we'll try to get those answered at some point, even on paper, but we'll try to get all your answers here. Hi, Lily Cole. Anyway, I'm Jason Martin. The people on here, I think, all know me, but you may not know.
Hi guys, my name is Megan England, and I will be joining you this year. I'm really excited about it.
And so we're going to just kind of talk about what this year looks like. And I don't remember what we had said we were going to do.
Or your
No, my copy.
I did make you a copy. We're going to start with a few get-to-know-you questions, something a little lighter, but we are going to go over some of your serious safety questions as well this evening.
Here we go. So, okay. So here's some questions that came in. Mrs. England, what was your favorite purchase this year? I would assume during our COVID
Probably during quarantine.
season. Yes, during our quarantine.
Does it have to be something I purchased or something that someone got for me?
Oh, we can do that.
Probably my husband and I got Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch. Spent a lot of time on Animal Crossing.
Okay. I didn't realize it was a Switch game. Oh, okay. Well, great. So
You should get it.
we will probably get it. Well, we got the kids a Switch at Christmas, but they've not played it much. It's mostly that does. So, hi, Sam.
What has been your favorite quarantine purchase?
Butter.
What?
We've eaten a lot of butter. So Jack came home today and had his first school food, and he said they had to eat broccoli. So like, you eat broccoli. And he's like, yeah, but it was like kind of like frozen. And so we've been cooking with copious amounts of butter during the quarantine. So the unexpected consequence is that all food will taste worse now because of butter and salt.
Well, that's going to be really great because I come from a dairy farm family and we use a lot of butter in my household too. So that'll be really good.
Be good. Be good. All right.
Ooh, if you were a wrestler, what would be your entrance theme song?
Oh, I know it. The John Cena theme song, but the kid on the vine playing it with recorders in his nostrils. Have you seen that vine?
You're going to have to do a little different.
I don't know. Some of them know it. Some of them. Hey, Patty Bottini. Hello, Wisdom family. So that would be my entrance music. Should that come up? Okay. I'll go with this one. If you had to delete all, oh wait, I should ask you, what would your music be?
I feel like it would be a big like pump up anthem. So probably something by Kesha.
Oh, something appropriate by Kesha. All right. If you had to delete all but 3 apps on your phone, which ones would you keep? If anyone wants to comment on what you would keep too, if you had to get rid of
your phone?
all.
Now,
all
do I
but
still
3.
have texting like automatically?
Just 3. I don't know.
Does that count as
Yeah,
an app?
we'll let it be.
Okay, so I get texting automatically. I need Instagram. Would like to keep Reddit. And Google Maps. I need Google Maps.
Yeah, and I'm not downloaded Reddit yet, but people keep trying to point me toward Reddit. But
It's a great time waster.
I feel like I'd kind of spiral out of control with it. And Patty Bottini loves Kesha. Okay, really, Patty.
What 3 apps would you have to have?
What would I have to have? My calendar. This is all boring. This is. We should have said like fun, non-productive,
organizational.
Yeah, apps. HBO Max. I can't get rid of it until I'm done with Game of Thrones. So that's been my project the last several weeks. Patty Bottini had TikTok. Choose one, TikTok or Facebook. Ready, and
TikTok.
I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, it's healthy. Maybe it's healthier. I don't know if it's healthier. I think Patty, you and I have talked about it's healthier. And Lily Cole says, Patty, that you're an icon. So that's good. I didn't really answer that one. I don't know. Mine are really practical beyond that. So like a clock. I need a clock. I don't wear a watch. All right. So
we're gonna do a couple more fun ones.
okay,
This or that.
this or that.
Okay, I'll take the first one.
Some of you have seen Step Brothers. Not quite that, right? But hey. All right.
So do I say it or do I count first?
Maybe just blah, blah, blah or blah, ready, go, and then we'll say it.
Coffee or tea? Ready, go.
Coffee. Okay, that's good. We're okay. So we don't know each other so well yet, and we're just trying to get to know each other. Okay, here we go. This is going to be controversial. Dogs or cats? Ready, go. Dogs.
I grew up with dogs. I currently have a cat that I love dearly. You'll see lots of pictures of her.
Okay. I'm a dog person. Never had a cat. I'm allergic to cats anyway.
Ooh,
All right.
okay. Mountains or beach? 1, 2, 3. Mountains.
Oh, all right. Hey,
That's so great.
there we go. Both yes. Okay, good. Patty, you're like our hype person right now. This is good. Keep it up for Patty Bottini. Sneak the cat in. Oh, I don't know. The cat is a mask. All right, here we go. Ooh, here we go. Friends or The Office? Ready, go. The Office. Okay. But you know Friends, right?
I love Friends dearly.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
it's an ongoing conversation.
Because that's a big deal. That's a big deal that one of us knows Friends really well.
I have Friends stickers on my water bottle in the
Okay, I do not. And if I ever do, it'll be on my Perrier.
Early bird or night owl? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Early bird.
Bird, yeah.
Beard.
Whatever, yeah.
Early beard. I'm very groggy when I wake up early.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I get up early to exercise sometimes, but also then some of you parents know I'll send a 10:30 email. So, night owl. Hey, Peggy Woodward.
We're up to 33 people. Thanks for
Peggy,
being here, guys.
Peggy, Friends, Graham, The Office. I can see that. Okay. Is it my turn? Okay. Here we go. Board games or video games?
That's really difficult.
I know, but I think the right answer for like the whole family, we are, it's good time with another person, should be board games, but let's see what happens. Board games or video games? Ready, go. Video games. Video games. Board games.
Favorite season? 1, 2, 3.
Fall's my favorite. Yeah, I'm one of those fall's my favorite people, but I'm not a pumpkin spice person. Are you a pumpkin spice person?
I do enjoy it.
Okay, fall.
But yeah.
Fall. All right. We can go on.
How about crunchy or creamy peanut butter? 1, 2, 3. Creamy.
See, I didn't answer. I grew up on crunchy, but my wife doesn't like crunchy peanut butter, and neither do the kids. And so I've had to use creamy peanut butter. I tried to use crunchy the other week, and it was horrible.
And it was weird.
Well, it's hard to spread on the thin bread,
You've been away from it for so long.
I've been away from it. So if I was to spoon it out of the container, then crunchy, I think, is the way to go. I like it. Okay. Well, we have a lot of there's just a lot of things. There's a lot of questions. We are going into I feel like a first-year teacher again.
Yep.
Not that I've ever known what I do, but anyway, that's how it feels right now. And so, were you supposed to leave this one off? I think you're supposed to leave this one off.
I could.
I'll hand it to you, Mrs. England.
So we wanted to start our conversation this evening a little bit lighter, but we know that you have some very serious concerns, and we want to address those as well. So we are going to communicate with you some of the latest research that we are finding, especially out of the Colorado State University, who is conducting some of the most cutting edge research on singing in the era of COVID. So we will communicate some of those links to you, with the specific links that you and I are watching to get the latest information. We won't go into the huge specifics of particle size this evening, but if you want that information, we want to make sure you have access to it. So we're going to share that with you in an email. We might try and put it in the chat here. So if you want to do some light reading tonight, we'll forward that as well. But I think you want to know what some of our practical solutions are. So I'm going to talk about what we're doing here in the choir room starting on Monday when we get to see you. As you can see, we have already started to space out our choir room chairs. So these chairs are approximately 5.5 feet apart throughout the room. That's both right to left and front to back. So we're going to try and keep that space. Like this, we can get about 32 student singers in here in addition to your directors. So this will work for most of our classes, but not all. So especially for concert choir, because we're so glad there are so many of you, we're looking at going down to the auditorium We're going to go investigate that actually tonight.
Yeah.
We should be able to fit all of concert choir in the auditorium, 6 auditorium chairs apart from each other, so that'll be really great. We're also investigating and watching the weather. We'd like to try and sneak out this back door and go outside when we can, with weather permitting. It's even better if we can sing outside, and we're going to take advantage of that as often as we can. Obviously, per our school rules, masks are required at all times. We will like to limit our singing activities to 30 minutes max a day. So if you think about our typical choir rehearsal, you're usually in here for 15 minutes, and Mr. Martin and I both usually like to fill up all 50 minutes with singing. So we're going to be really diligent this year about minimizing that activity to just 30 minutes, and then trying to either sit still quietly in here or leave the room. Maybe step outside for those other 15 minutes of the class period to allow this air to circulate before the next group of choir kids comes in. We also have some sanitation stations in every single classroom throughout the building. We've got hand sanitizer we're encouraging students to use all the time. And we're also going to be sanitizing chairs and any shared materials, although we don't have many, at the end of rehearsal. So we definitely want to keep all of you as safe as possible.
Yeah, very different, very different. So what you all can do to help us out, we're asking for students right now to have a well-fitted mask. And that Colorado study, which I keep calling the Oklahoma study, and I think actually I'm going to try to change the state, the Hawaii study of aerosols, which is really fascinating. I hope you look at the slideshow after we send it to you. But they really are tracking. They can't track the virus, but they can track particle size and how those particles disperse. And so their recommendation is that a well-fitted mask, so something that's simply dangling from a piece of string in front of your face, not going to really help the aerosols. The research regarding the gaiters, I think you know what those are. the alligators clamped around your neck, the gaiters around your neck. They're finding those aren't as effective, and even there was more science that came out from that Hawaii study just this past week that changed some of the things that we were going to do. So we sort of know for sure that everything's going to change. But for right now, a well-fitted mask in order to be in choir. There's some things we're going to experiment with, but ideally we were just trying to reduce the aerosol production in this classroom. So make sure you are taking care of yourselves. Choirs, we are super spreaders. That's just the truth of it. And anything we can do to reduce that and still sing is what we plan to move forward with. So please don't come to school sick. I warn people usually the first week. You don't know this, but I talk about don't be the barfy kid. You will be remembered. If you vomit in class, we will remember your name. And I can recall, I'm not going to say who it was. There's 2 kids from when I was in elementary school and when I was in middle school. I know their names. I know the teacher I had. I know the exact place it happened. They are always going to be known to me as the barfy kid. And that's been 30 years ago. So don't come to school sick. Please do the self-assessments when we do begin. I'm sure you'll hear a lot more about it in the discipline assemblies and what your teacher will be saying and stuff. But also things like your water bottle. Some of you are very aware that, hey, if I'm drinking out of this water bottle today, I probably shouldn't drink out of it tomorrow. But some choir kids like to drink out of the same water bottle through the whole week. Maybe it's you building your immune system. That's gross. So please do wash it, change water bottles, whatever you need to do. Get well-fitted mask. There is a singer's mask. However, the science is still out on it. So right now, well-fitted mask is what we're looking for. And this mask I have here, there's a lot of closure here at the top. Maybe ideally also there's a little bit of wiring there to help close off that space right in the upper cheek. Down and back here, this one happens to fit me snug. I've got a huge head, so I've got like an extra large, and it fits me well. One of the issues we are worried about is the cleanliness of that, because with singing, you're going to have a lot more saliva building up here. So we do ask, wash your masks frequently, replace those masks frequently. That's And my ears are huge. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wash them frequently, wash your hands, the whole bit. Mask with multiple layers. So again, those gaiters are typically that kind of stretchy, thin material. So a couple layers. Knit cotton is a big
High
part of
thread
it.
count.
High thread count. Thank you. And yeah, will we have performances? Yes, we'll sort of have performances. So what's coming up here is things are changing. They even changed some today. We have been given permission to have some kind of performances this first semester, but because things change so quickly, we're not sure how it's going to look. Some of you who are involved in sports know that there's going to be very limited audience for those sports in the seating. So they're still working out some of those details district-wide, but what we would think is that we would do some kind of virtual something or pre-recorded concert for our first concert and send that out. But as far as a regular evening concert with a large audience,
It will be different, but we are trying to figure out a way to share everything that we're working on in the classroom in a safe way.
Yeah. Jen Albrecht, I see humming only this year. Yeah, we considered it.
That was a stepping point.
That was a stepping point. That's actually where we kind of left off from. What the aerosol study showed was that wearing that well-fitted mask created no more aerosol dispersion than simply sitting and breathing. So, but yeah, that was on the table. And actually, Francis Howell, they had no singing at all on the table, and all singing would happen at home. And so a flipped classroom. Also, I forgot to say hi to the Poor Pat family, Shelby Femmer. It's been a long time, but I could see you on Facebook, and I see the Davises there too. And Ethan, the gamer guy. That sounds all right. Okay. Bella, so what I'm hearing, no sight reading books. Ha 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 ha. Who knows? Who knows?
We will still sightsee.
Yeah. Yeah. So any of the singing that we do, we are going to be spread out or outside. That's the
And
plan.
limited length of time.
Yeah. Okay.
So there are very few things we know for sure. Everything can change, and we're going to try and keep you guys informed. But the one thing that we do know for sure this year is that we have a new learning platform. It's called Canvas. So you're going to access this on your Chromebooks. You can also download a phone app or any home computer. Anything that's connected to Wi-Fi is going to get Canvas for you. It works for parents. It works for students. It works for teachers. I'm really excited to be here to help because my previous school actually started using Canvas last year. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but it can do some really cool things, especially for us in the choir world. It can do audio and video files so that we could sing if we needed to via a web-based learning platform. So make sure you bring your Chromebooks this year. Make sure you bring them charged because we can't all crowd around an outlet to charge them in class together.
And apparently they can't access this YouTube live through their Chromebooks. So so they're using their phones and iPads. Good job. We're learning too.
Thanks for adapting.
What happened with the original posting, the live chat? Thanks for all of you who found us. It would not connect into the webcam, and so I had to go a slightly different route. So thanks for jumping over. So now we know 2 more things that we didn't know just 25 minutes ago.
Nice thing is Canvas does incorporate Sight Reading Factory, which we know and love. So we will be able to continue with that. And we will teach you how to use it. We're still learning it as well. We'll do it together. Someone also asked, what will choir look like if we were to go full virtual?
Well, we're in a much better position than we were in March. Assuming we go to school Monday. I don't know anything that you don't know. But at the very least, we will be able to start some music within the first week and a half or so that we can send home. When we ended back in March, that was the end. We ended at contest season and we didn't start anything new. And so we really had to pick up the pieces and figure out how to build the plane as it's in the air, as it's flying. So what that virtual learning will look like, we're much more prepared to move into the school year and to have some flexibility with what we're doing. So basically everything is, for those of you who've been in choir us before. Maybe we have to transfer. Been in choir with us before. Really like to hit the ground running. And I like to go very, very quickly, a million miles an hour. There's always a sense of urgency. And what we're going to have to do is just really slow everything down. So because of all the transitioning of stopping singing at a certain point, sometimes going outside, coming back inside, going to the auditorium, cleaning things. So we're really going to stretch out what that usual first quarter would be, maybe like a quarter and a half, and then we would include theory and sight singing and analysis anyway. And so we'll be able to teach those things more effectively. And you do get a grade for it. So for those of you who, you know who you are. All right, let's see if there's any questions here. Okay, how many social distancing Chromebook users? I sat on that link for a good 10 minutes before I realized there's a new link. Hi, Kaylee Sharp.
So sorry about
We
that.
talked all about you, Kaylee.
We would like to open it up for any additional live questions that you may have. We can scroll back through the chat in case we missed one,
I will
or if you would
scroll.
like to go ahead and add one to the chat now, something that we might not have addressed. I realize that what will happen if we go full virtual, that wasn't really a full answer, but we promise that we'll communicate it with you, and we're going to try and keep this focused on singing as much as possible.
Yeah, wait, what's our answer supposed to be?
I don't know.
But you get two of us, so we doubly don't know anything. Can we please sing a Pentatonix Christmas song this year? I don't know. Can we sing? I mean, can you handle it, Sam?
I think beatboxing also might be a super spreader. So can you keep your mask on while we beatbox to Pentatonix?
Okay, so then get the sheet music. Find me the sheet music. Send us a link. Now they're like just yelling at us in the comment section. Sam will cry. Do you promise to cry, Sam? Okay. I feel like I feel like I've heard from a lot of Sam and Bella. And touch the air softly. That's a good song. It's a good song. Oh, there we go. I'm doing virtual and just coming for choir. Do you know how far in advance I need to come in the school? That's a good question. I have no idea. I would say give yourself 10 to 15 minutes, and that's one of those things. It's one of those questions where every single time to make a decision, many more questions open up, and then we start answering them, and then everything changes. So I'd be here 10 to 15 minutes before, at the start of that class.
And we're so glad that you're going to come in for choir.
Bella's yelling clearly. I mean, I could yell back to use punctuation, but that's fine, Bella. Whatever. Sound of silence. Well, thank you, Patty Bottini. If you all don't know Patty Bottini, she's our choir booster vice president and is fantastic. Who's Anna Horton? Anna Horton is on here, and she's one of our teachers who has a daughter coming into the program, I believe. So I assume the students will be held in a designated area. You heard it from Mrs. Horton, the assumption, so go with that. What's your zodiac sign?
Oh, I was born in January. I'm an Aquarius.
There you go, Lily. Patty is iconic. That's true. Hi, Horton. Bella's still yelling.
Thank you, Patty. That's very kind of you. We all want to see kiddos. We all want to teach again. We're just going to try and figure out how to do it safely with you all.
Isn't she so nice? Like, my sarcasm is just really hitting my HEPA filter. And I'm going to be professional, very professional.
If I have the option, I prefer to sing soprano too. I'd love to find that harmony part.
Otherwise, we can just sit here in awkwardness for the next few minutes. Oh, good question.
Let's see.
So treble,
Rosters have been a little funky.
treble choir.
As of this morning, I think
50 something.
50 total. Yeah, so I think we've got like 30 something in first hour treble, and I think we're around like 23 7th hour treble. So they're going to be really happy in this room.
Yeah, and we're not sure if some of you folks are coming in as full virtual. We don't know if you're counted in our numbers yet. We have no clue. I don't know. So I would think that treble choir is going to be between 55 to 65 for this semester at least. Who knows what the second semester is? Chamber choir currently is 26-ish,
26 now.
about 26 right now. Concert choir is in the 40s.
It's in the 40s in CIS, but we would like to know if virtual kids are popping up in our rosters or not.
And that particular class had the most students that had chosen full virtual. But the schedules are still kind of screwed up. And then what do we leave out? Baritone choir.
Baritone
Oh yeah,
choir.
it's kind of the biggest. 28. Is that what I saw? 27.
Baritone choir has disappeared from my roster.
Oh, that's right.
So
70 baritone choir members. No, I right under 30 baritone choir members. All right, Martin sarcasm is top notch. You're right.
how about a senior night?
Senior night?
I think our AD just sent out information about other senior nights.
Which I didn't read that email yet. Yeah, sure. Senior night. That sounds great. 7th hour gang. Okay. Claire. Oh, hey, Claire. What happened to my chamber choir spot? What did happen to your chamber choir spot? Awkward. I don't know. So for those of you who may not have choir on your schedule, something is not right. We went through yesterday. Actually, Mrs. England went through yesterday and cross-referenced what our roster should be as opposed
With
to
the audition results.
with the audition results. And so we communicated to a very, very busy guidance department today and said, hey, these kids are missing or someone's in the wrong place. And Claire, you're on that list. But I thought you didn't want to be, you didn't want to audition for choirs, Claire, right? That's right. I'm adding you. Some of you know this story. Ms. Davis, are outdoor performances an option? We've not talked about outdoor performances, but outdoor performances are terrible for choir.
We're really bad to be able to hear anything.
Yeah, ideally it would be like in a
Amphitheater.
corner. Yeah, an amphitheater in the back corner of two very hard surfaced walls. So yeah, it's something that has crossed our mind. We are going to know a lot more once we start taking kids out this back door to sing outside. It's really hard to hear everything that you need to hear.
And they do want to know about
New York.
Do I dare inquire about the choir trip?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what do you know about it? Go ahead, Mrs. England. Tell them all about it. Okay, so there will be, this coming week, there will be some information, some updates. It's been a really great time trying to figure out all this New York stuff. We have some hurdles. One of those hurdles is I have to go back to the school board and ask that school board who, maybe helped to shut down our schools, whatever. Hey, can we go to New York? So our first hurdle is getting the permission of the Board of Education to see if we can go. And so some of that correspondence from back in the spring, probably the last thing I said was anyone who has not pushed for the refund, if we reschedule and they cancel, so say COVID isn't cleared up and they're still telling folks Broadway's closed and we can't do any Carnegie Hall.
And that's the company.
The company, yes, the company.
Canceling.
They will give us 100% of that base cost back. So the whole thing costs like $1,600-ish. The base cost is about $1,200. And so in the current refund situation, we lose $400 to $500 off of that piece of it. So I want us to go to New York. I will push for us to go to New York again to get this done so we can see the value of it. But it may be something that we have to pull the plug on because New York doesn't want Missouri people in New York. And then if we try to come back from New York, we may have to quarantine. So I will put it in a 10-page, easy-to-use booklet to explain all the details. And the flight is a whole other thing we're still trying to work with Southwest Airlines on right now. The good news is that we have a lot of support from Dr. Dubray. We have a lot of support from the CFO, Jeffrey Orr. And I know them a lot better than I did just a few months ago. But they've and also the district's lawyer too is right now actually looking through the new contract they've sent for us, which hopefully offers us much more protection over a pandemic. Actually, it says epidemic and pandemic is what we could get our refund for should that happen. Okay, here we go. Back up. Choir trip.
How many will be allowed in the auditorium? Let's see. So our auditorium manager has blocked off chairs so they're socially distanced according to 6 feet. So what did we come up with? There were like 28 over on this side. I think you had about 28.
Yeah, 45 for that first half, the closest half of the floor. So 80, maybe about 100 tops.
Right. So if concert choir got that big, if there was a large school meeting, we could probably safely fit around 100-ish
Yeah,
in the auditorium.
but we wouldn't be able to say fit a full choir on stage.
In addition.
In addition to that, so if we do have a performance, it would need to be virtual or outside at this point, and all that can change. You allow the auditorium. Do you say how many were in women's choir? First hour was 35 treble choir members ish.
I think it's around 32 right now.
Okay, I'm Maddie Baum. I love his initial reaction about the trip was just laughing. Sounds about right. Yeah, you are right, Lily. Yeah, there's so many things. Sam Bottini's not in concert choir this year. You're terrible. Sam will be missed. Sam is terrible. What about after school rehearsals and potlucks?
I would say we haven't made a decision on those yet.
No, we've not made a decision. We've actually left the potluck in the, or not pot, maybe it's an after school rehearsal.
I think they're still in our calendar.
They are in the calendar.
Because they are important to us,
Yes.
but we haven't really given it a green light. We haven't given it a red light.
We don't know. So we would love to eat carbohydrates with you all and snacks and potatoes and things.
I specifically asked if I could help organize that because I'm so excited about the idea of having a potluck. But let's say it's paused for now.
Yeah, and on the calendar, so any of you parents or guardians out there that'll get our quick sheet, the very bright goldenrod colored calendar that you can put on your refrigerator. You'll see everything is subject to change, and so
TBD.
yeah, TBD. So we will of course communicate all the things as we can. So please bear with us. Hey. We only need one buffalo chicken dip. That's a lie, unless you bring enough for everybody. There's never enough. Okay, so, did we get all those questions in that chat? But it's not. Oh, my son is requesting an app for his phone. It's a bad idea. Get a phone. There we go.
It's gonna be a really big chicken dip.
You know. You got to have goals.
Like crock pot full.
What if there's a Guinness Book of World Record? Maybe that's something we do. We this year can break the record for the largest buffalo chicken dip
I think
ever.
that's a good goal.
Ever. We could do that. It may be maybe when there's a vaccine for COVID, we will let that be the only thing that's a potluck. We'll be doing contests this year. I don't know. So things are scheduled, but that's subject to change.
Let's see, the first probably contest like hurdle is Fall District Honor Choir, which is currently postponed until the spring. So we want you to have that experience some way. Right now it's postponed.
Ms. Davis was asking about the audience size for concerts. Yeah, I think we would just run into issues with the people on the stage as well, being, say, part of the number of folks they would want in the auditorium. But yeah, that only comes up to about 100 people that we could fit in the seats of the auditorium. So, I mean, there's some thought that we could have only your favorite immediate family member, 3/4 of your favorite family member, because we have 140 kids in choir, whatever it is. 1/2 of your favorite immediate family member will probably be able to attend those concerts, and you have to choose which half. Okay, here we go. Since sign up, get a tarot card reading, whatever. Okay, hypothetically, if I have music from last year, would you hypothetically want me?
Yes, please.
Hypothetically, actually, that's already on our announcements for Monday. Is if you have any music to return, it's cool, whatever.
From Mr. Martin, from Miss Martin, from Miss
Sidell, yeah,
If you have music, we want it back, please.
that'd be great. All right. The Bottini family is cursed. Okay, it happens. No two-time. Okay, well, hold on.
Hold that thought.
you know the Bottini story, right? We're not going to talk about it right now.
Don't know the Bottini
Okay, well, let's
story.
just assume
I was saying
that.
hold that thought about two-time All-Stater.
Oh, yes. Because you want to talk about? Why don't you talk about Allstate? Do you know? Oh, sorry.
Well,
I'm on the board. I should know these things.
You're on the board, so you're probably well versed to speak about.
Okay.
But I've heard rumors.
There are rumors. So this year for all district choir, and this is gosh, a quarter of our program in some way participates in that. The all district choir auditions will take place in January-ish, February. I think February 1st. I think is the deadline, something like that. So it'll be all virtual, and they're getting that set up, and it'll be an on-paper ensemble. So you'll audition. I hate to say it's normal, but you'll all audition with a solo song virtually. You'll get judged and graded. And then the top scorers will then get to audition. Or no, I think everyone, something like that. There's also going to be an all-state audition, and it'll just be an on-paper choir. So there won't be an actual clinician. There won't be new music to learn. It'll simply be like, these people are really stinking good. And so we're going to, yes. So
if you are someone who's looking for that, like achievement to put it on your resume to help you audition for college, sometime you're still going to have that opportunity to achieve that level of musicianship. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to deliver on the festival in-person side of it this year, but we do still want to recognize those outstanding high school musicians who are auditioning. So that part is still going to happen. We just can't do it all.
Yep. Another one came up. What supplies do we need for choir? 3 things we said, right? 2 things? 2 things. Besides your well-fitted mask that you should have anyway.
Yeah, let's always have that.
A 1-inch black 3-ring binder. 1-inch black 3-ring binder, which is actually harder to find. Just go to Walmart and they're 88 cents. We prefer binders that don't have the clear view on the front, which is like the most prominent binder folder you will ever find. Reason being is if we ever get to be on a stage with lights, that we don't want the lights to glare off of that clear view binder. So we prefer one without, and it's cheaper. We're trying to save you money. So 1-inch black 3-ring binder. Always have a pencil with you. To get the robes dry cleaned, we want to get them all in good shape for you. We're asking a $10 costuming fee for anyone who is going to be a robed choir member this year, and there is a costuming fee for chamber choir folk, but we'll talk about that when we get there. And
your mask.
Yeah, wear a mask. Wear a mask. Someone will prevail. Sam, you can be Elena. Okay.
So, what if I sound bad in a recording? We'll work on it.
Everybody sounds bad in the recording, kid. Sam is superior. Okay. No, quit talking about Sam so nicely. Finally found a bunch at O'Fallon Walmart. Excellent.
Go to the O'Fallon Walmart for your 3-ring binder.
You heard it from the Albrecht family. What about new chamber outfits?
Money.
Without the coronavirus thing, we probably would have been able to request some monetary help with getting new choir outfits. But let's just say that all the school districts in the state of Missouri are in yeah, most of them are in the country. That's right. But things are pretty tight. Well, we can talk about it though, chamber choir, when you get here on Monday. New chamber fits. I think Lily, Bella, and Sam have been nearly part of every conversation I've had with a student since March. Yeah, I feel like they're attacking me.
Our death row.
Are beautiful. You're right, Peyton. Our death robes are beautiful, like little black widows. Sam says we are the best. So I can actually see Sam saying that too. We're amazing. Okay, anybody else? At least Bella's not yelling anymore. Oh my gosh. For anyone you're going to be new to choir, sorry. There's still time to change. your schedule. These are your peers. You're welcome.
Very welcome.
You're very, very welcome. Any other questions? Otherwise, you can kind of pepper us on Monday.
Yeah, obviously this is going to be on an ongoing conversation that we all have a lot of questions. So if you think of something else later tonight, shoot us an email.
If I'll answer it, she probably will. But yeah, let us know. And a lot of our answers are I don't know. And I would also say, and not just say it for ourselves, but if you can give the school a lot of grace, this even pushing things off another week. I know that our administration is scrambling like mad to try to put a lot of pieces together and building the plane while it's in flight. There are, I said it earlier, when a question comes up, you answer that question, it causes all these other questions, and then that question might disappear. And you've wasted a lot of time down one rabbit trail when you could have been over here thinking about the next thing. So it's just offer a lot of grace. And so many of you have reached out over this COVID break and just to see how he's doing and to check up on us and saying very kind, very kind, patient things, despite waiting on, $1,600 that might have belonged to you. I don't know. So, all right, what else we got?
Are you excited or anxious for Monday?
I'm neither. Are you? What about you? I have an answer, but what are you?
Both, everything. I'm probably more excited than anxious because it's been so long since we worked with students. It's been so long since we made music with students. Though I'm very excited. Anxiety is definitely there. But I promise that's just going to inform our choices. And it's okay if you're anxious.
Yeah, I don't want to say worried. I have concern that two things. One, of the pace, we're gonna have to slow down. How I've done things for 20 years and how you've done things for like 30 years that I've done in a certain way for so long. And so just telling ourselves to slow down because we have so many new things and programs to learn. But secondly, I've been waiting to hear a choir sing for a long time. So keeping it together when I hear that first chord. So concerned, but I am very excited. I like to get things going, and I need to eat less butter, so I'm cooking at home so much. So yes, welcome, Mrs. England. I have to go by whoever that is. I'll see you on Monday. Yes, we want to be with our students. Okay, well, I guess we'll stick on for one more minute and then sign off. So if you have any other questions, now's the time to ask, or send an email to us, or just ask us in person from 6 feet away on Monday. Thanks so much for joining me and Mrs. England and anything. Welcome to the team, Mrs. England. We're really excited to have her. I won't run this one off.
Are you gonna cry when they sing? I've heard you're very calm.
I am.
Emotions.
So they will call me a liar. The chamber kids will call me a liar, but I sweat, but that's not a lie. But my hair product gets into my eyes and then they start to water. And I try to tell them, I don't want to give you any false tears, right? I want you to earn the tears, not from just my sweat. If I'm sweating, it means I've had to conduct too hard. So yeah, so I don't cry a whole lot in front of choirs during choral experiences. Yeah, whatever wisdom. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, drop us a line.
We're excited to see you guys on Monday.
We get to work. Well, we have been working, but with people. So, bye-bye.